Okay, folks, today we're going to dive into one special stock, SBE, Switchback Energy. So let's go ahead and talk about that. And let's make it crisp and clear on different strategies that we can play on SBE. I'm going to go ahead and right ahead and share my screen so that you can see it. Let's get started. Okay. With me today, I have Money Espresso. So let's go ahead and review this and see what we can generate out of this trade strategy in SBE. So this was one of the trades. If I recall right, there was a video out there on Discord. Just let's go ahead and reflect back on that Money Espresso put together on. And let's go to our Discord here real quick. It was under strategy. It was this charge point, and it was one of those recordings where I had mentioned look forward to recording an option strategy play on SBE long term. So let's get started. I'm going to dive into a follow up video on this Money Espresso video that we had seen earlier. So getting started here. Can you kind of guide me on what your outlook is on this SBE at this point?
Yeah, so what I'm thinking is like we can play little long for like maybe about an year, and in the meanwhile we can keep hedging or keep selling some premium
Okay.
to collect some amount. And let's say if something happens to our call, or happen to have we decided to invest into our wrong stock, then
Yeah.
we are safe all the way.
Okay. I think that's pretty fair. And it looks like it's kind of taken off since November. And it's kind of like pretty much channeling or hoovering at that 30s pretty much landmark.
Yeah.
So that being said, let's play a strategy on this one. So long term, if we're gonna go a year out at least, the only contract choice we have is December 17th. I'm a big fan of deep in the money calls, anything that's above 70, 80 delta. So let's see. There we go. Got this 25 right here that's looking attractive. So this is probably a good contract, but let's look at the extrinsic value. Okay, that seems to be more attractive. And this actually is the best contract, actually. I
Which
love
is
this one.
17.5.
Yes. The extrinsic value is very minimal if you look at that, right? It's like almost nothing. So, um, are we extremely bullish on this pretty much?
Yes, we are extremely bullish on it.
Okay, okay. So then I would go with the 17.51.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why this will behave like a stock pretty much.
Yep.
Okay. So this is going to cost us approximately 21.55. Okay. Let's hope that it kind of drops tomorrow to get an opportunity to leg in. But
Mm-hmm.
if not, that's fine too. IV is pretty high, which is good. So that being said, let's go ahead and look at what premiums we can sell in the short term. In the short term, let's see. Let's go back to the deltas here. Okay, this one's like close to 16 delta. After that, it just jumps down. Maybe it's probably a good idea to do this one here. D Are you fearing that it may not go up too far, or what's your thought on it? What's your top range where
I
you
think
want to start?
it can go up to 55. I think so, because keeping one thing in mind, that the new administration is super bullish on electric vehicles. They
Okay.
are pushing their limit to uh, push a lot of money and a lot of subsidies toward electric vehicles.
So then I think this is pretty fair. Then let's keep it at 55, and if it approaches 55, we'll roll this call further out. But with this theory, I think this is a good setup for a long-term strategy. And technically, what we just did right now is we are collecting in 25 days. We're going to be collecting about 300 bucks,
Mhm.
and we're paying about 2,200 here. So we're going to almost reduce our cost down to 1836, pretty much. So I think this is a pretty fair trade to be in. And then I think we're only protected to 30 here down here before we get assigned. We don't mind owning, or we can roll it further down
Yep.
based on how our bias changes in the future. But I think this is a pretty fair long term strategy to kind of get into. So I think I'll place this trade in, and let me see if it can place the order. I know it's after hours. I'm just going to put it in and let it get filled tomorrow morning by itself. Uh, okay, so it's now actually in working, I guess. Yeah, it's pending. So tomorrow morning may
Yeah.
get filled. So this is the strategy. What we're doing, to summarize, is pretty much buying the call deep in the money call 1 year out, at least around 1 year, and we're selling premium in the short term to help finance this position. So if it runs up, I think we will be fine.
Yeah. We will be
And
final till it reaches 55.
55, yeah. So that's kind of the whole gist of this trade, pretty much. Very straight and simple. I'll go into Discord and put it into here. Let's call this SBE trade, not executed. We'll wait to get a fill in the morning. Or okay, so that was SBE. Any questions there?
No, nothing for now. It seems a fair trade in which we are playing long term and we are hedging, and in the same way we are looking if we can get some amount in the while reaching to the end of the year.
Yep, fair enough. Alrighty.